When did you start to realize that Darius could be a possibility at 5? Was it not until the Laker trade with New Orleans?
No, we and it's been documented. We went out to L.A. to watch him work out about a week and a half ago, maybe last week. It's all running together this month, but and we saw him work out. We brought a huge contingent out to L.A. and in our head, we started to become fascinated with that idea. And when we saw him work out and seen him take 30-footers and just flick them like it was nothing, was like, okay, how could this work out? And so we started to get fascinated with the idea of it, but you never know how it's going to shake out. But I'd say then is when we started to say, okay, could this happen? And then talking to Rich Paul, who represents him, could this be an opportunity for us? He said it could be. Obviously we knew a little bit more after Atlanta made their trade, but I'd say the fascination started when we went to go watch him work out.
With Darius, was there any concern because of the lack of college time? I'm sure he was on your guys' radar at some point. And how did that all come together over the last couple of weeks? We're
fortunate that there was a substantial amount of data with him in terms of games played, whether that be in high school, EYBL, Hoop Summit, the high school all-star games, and we got to watch every single minute he played at college. He's a dynamic talent, knows how to play the game. I think what makes this decision a lot easier is because of our head coach.
Does this feel like the start of the rebuild? 3 first-round picks. I know there's one you can't talk about, but 3 picks in the first round. Does this feel like, okay, here we go?
So you mean I'm trying to understand your question.
No, just because, I mean, last year you took Colin, and I don't want to pick at old wounds. I promise I'm not.
Sure.
But you talk about we're going to take Colin, we're signing Kevin, we're going to compete for the playoffs. Then you pivot the other way, and now to come out of this with 3 first-round picks, it just feels like, okay, here's the start of a new era. This is the beginning of a rebuild. This is what we're building toward.
Well, I'd say this. We had 2 picks coming in, which you knew about anyway, and we traded for another one. I'll say this. I think the motivation is to give Coach Beeline young talent from the start to develop those guys. And we want to utilize Coach Beeline right now and give him youthful guys that he can develop right away. I think that's the motivation to bring in 3 first-round picks right now.